Hey, welcome back to The Past is Alive. I am super excited to do this episode today because I've been waiting for these to come out for quite a few months, and we are going to be checking out the brand new Kenner Classics Real Ghostbusters in the vein of the originals. So I'm freaking pumped to be doing this episode because I did not think that I would be getting these figures until tomorrow. I went to 8 Walmarts within an hour radius of my house and struck out every single time.
She's in the back looking for him.
Yeah, if there's 8 of them, that'd be 2 sets, man.
That'd be sick if I can just put an end to this right now. Couldn't understand it because people were posting pictures on Instagram of these on the shelves at Walmart. These are Walmart exclusives, so you can only find them at your local Walmart. And all the ones I went to in Pennsylvania, they didn't have them, or they had peg hooks with no figures on it. So the girl I talked to at one of the stores said that they weren't being released until tomorrow. They couldn't sell them until April 26th, even though they have them in the warehouse. So I stopped back there today because I happened to be in the area, and sure enough, to my surprise, they had 2 sets hanging on peg hooks, and I flipped out. I was super excited to see these once again. These are really pretty much the reason why I got into collecting toys to begin with several years ago. I think it was around like 2013 or something like that when I started buying back all my old toys. Was to get this first series, eventually get this first series on the card. And it's really awesome to have these reproductions. I absolutely love these figures. So today we're going to check out the differences, similarities between these ones, the new re-release from Hasbro, and also the older ones, the originals, and there really isn't too much of a difference between them. Let's get down to it. Checking out the Kenner Classics re-release. First glance, you can tell the card art is identical to the ones that were released around Christmas time 1986. Figures are all exactly the same molds. You got Spangler with the Gulper Ghost. The one thing I noticed that's different are the bubbles on certain ones. You have Egon, and on Ray's, and also on Peter's here, the bubbles protrude a lot further out. Not really sure why Hasbro decided to do that, but you have Winston over here. His bubble was always that length. And another thing I noticed right off the bat, on the originals, and also the cartoon, they referred to Winston Zeddemore as Winston Zedmore. There was no E. So Hasbro decided to go in and add that E. On the originals, there is no E between the D and the M. So that is definitely new, but everything else is identical on these 4 figures. And I always love the color contrast on here. These are just really, really sharp looking. But let's check out the back. I looked at them briefly earlier, and couldn't really see any differences at all between these and the originals off the bat here. Love this old toy photography. Definitely takes me back looking at these. But everything on here is identical for the most part. You have Stay Puft and also the Green Ghost, also known as Slimer. Those figures are, I guess they are coming out. I'm not sure if it's a nationwide release yet, but I have seen some people that do have those already. So I'm going to go out maybe tomorrow or later this week and see if I can't find those ones as well. But we have instructions here on using the Proton Pack. And the difference here between these ones and the originals, you have Hasbro, who now owns the rights to all Ghostbusters toys moving forward. So that logo is new. We do have the original Kenner logo down here in the left, which is pretty awesome. And of course, the copyright date 2020 is different. Still got the proof of purchase on there too, which is awesome. But beautiful, beautiful cards. Love these. Super excited to have these. I do own a first series second wave, which the only difference really is the background coloring on the cards. Different shade of purple, I should say. I think it's more of a beige actually, but I'll probably end up getting some cases for these, maybe some Zolo cases or even toy shields, and hanging them on display. But I am so excited to finally have these in my collection. My only disappointment is that you cannot find these unpunched. So directly out of a shipping container, they are all going to have the peg hole hooks, which I try to get stuff unpunched. I just think it looks better. I'm not super picky about it. If it's a rare figure, then I will go with it punched. But yeah, none of these come unpunched. They are all have peg holes in them directly out of the shipping case. But that's a small gripe that I have. I'm just stoked to actually have these figures. So let's go ahead and check out another thing I picked up today for only 20 bucks. You couldn't pass it up. I already opened it, and I couldn't get the cardboard back in yet, but only 20 bucks. This is a prop replica ghost trap here. Pretty freaking awesome. I think this is part of the Ghostbusters Classic series that they were selling at Spirit Halloween, like over the last couple of years. Okay, I got this thing popping out of the box. Looks pretty awesome. Colored lights. The doors actually pop open and close based on the pedal here, and the light responds to it. But the problem is that you need to put batteries in here, and the battery compartment has Phillips screws that it looks like you need like a Fisher-Price play set to even take those screws off. They're the tiny ones. I don't own a small screwdriver like that, so I can't actually show you this thing working today, but like I said, 20 bucks for it. Pretty cool. It actually has plastic wheels on it, so it rolls, and it's pretty hefty too. It's a decent size. Also has a belt clip down here too. Anyone that decides to dress up in a costume, clip this on to your accessory belt. But 20 bucks, you can't beat it. Well, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below in the comments if you remember these figures, if you had them, or even if you plan on going out and picking them up now. Like I said, Walmart exclusive, about 15 bucks a piece, and they should be on your local shelves by the time you watch this. So thanks a lot, guys. I will see you all very soon. Take care.